Hi, I'm Shelley Poindexter, and I want to share a poem I've written. But first of all, just a little background. The story of Manoah and his wife in the 13th chapter of Judges is a unique narrative that shows an angel appearing to an unnamed woman. We only know this woman to be the wife of Manoah and later the mother of Samson. The angel visits her directly and announces that although she has been barren, she is going to have a child. There are other stories of angels visiting people, and there are other stories of barren women conceiving at the hand of the Lord. But this woman's story has more than a few unique characteristics that women called to ministry might relate to, and find that these details would encourage them to live into God's call in their lives. This poem is the unnamed woman in Judges 13 asking women through the ages if they have experienced similar experiences to hers. It is her affirming that God visits and empowers women, giving them insight and discernment and calling them to lead and to teach. And before I start reading the poem, I have this painting. It's called The Annunciation to Manoah's Wife. It was painted by Jacopo Robusti between 1518 and 1594, and I think it just emphasizes the poem as you see her kind of leading her husband to the angel and him in the background, which is unusual. Have you, a woman, ever been told that God has a gift for you and that you, a woman, have gifts to share with the world? Have you, a woman, believed yourself to be barren, empty of possibilities, yet one day received word that the impossible has just become possible? Have you, a woman, ever found yourself speechless, recognizing the presence of the holy, where men were verbose and lacking insight? Have you, a woman, ever shared your truth, God's calling upon your life, only to be doubted, treated like you must have heard wrong or you couldn't possibly understand all that was said? Have you, a woman, been taught that God made you to follow, but been given the opportunity to lead? Has God ever entrusted you, a woman, with his words and his commandments, and deferred to you, a woman, to teach the men who question? Have you, a woman, ever fallen on your face before God, knowing without a doubt that you have been face to face with God, and all he has promised will come true? And have you, a woman, turned to reassure the doubting men around you, teaching them that God has a plan for them too? I tried in this poem to juxtapose the different reactions between Manoah and his wife, his lack of understanding and her understanding quite well, her recognizing the visitor as an angel and him not so much, and her recognizing that God did not come and visit them to destroy them, but to fulfill his purpose in them. I just wanted to real quick highlight that in this story, one of the most unique parts of it to me is the fact that the angel came a second time and visited the wife after her husband had prayed that he would return. And she had to run and get her husband, and it says that he followed her back. And that following is really a key phrase because it reminds me of when Peter in the New Testament gets ahead of Jesus, and it says that Jesus says, "Get behind me, Peter." And it was the fact that he was trying to lead Jesus. And in this same way, we see this woman leading her husband, which was just unheard of in a patriarchal culture. But the fact that the angel made it happen that way and differed back to the wife when the husband was doubting and said, come back and give us instructions, and the angel comes and he says, now what is to be the rule of life of this son? And the angel tells him, like, I've given your wife these instructions, like, she knows what to do. It's just a remarkable story of empowerment for women.